Hello, Dominic from BMT Spain, the website for beginners to advanced players, and welcome to lesson number 3 of the beginners course. So as always, what we will do those 10 classes is starting with throwing and catching, but now with a little more circle, so we start to get some rhythm in that movement, and then we will continue to build up the forehand and to build up that backhand so we can get a complete stroke. So let's start. So as always, we start with catching and throwing, but we start already now with two hands. Normally we start with one hand, but we go with two hands and following the hands to get the body in the right place. And now once he has done this, we will go and start to get that C motion into the throwing action. So here I'm explaining that once she catches the ball, she's going to make that C motion or a turn out of her arm to throw the ball back to me. So she will catch and make a turn. Here she makes a double turn. It's only one that she needs to make, and also on the left side. So in this case she's throwing it back with the left hand, which will be useful for the two-handed backhand, which will be the next class for the backhand. So today we will finish the one-handed backhand if we have time enough, and then we will show the two-handed backhand. So the bounce, and this will become the turn and finish. Bounce, turn, touch and finish, the 5 points of BMT. Hands to contact, looking for the bounce, turn with the rhythm of the ball, and then touch and finish. And here I'm explaining now that she has to throw the ball with the right arm, so like she would have a one-handed backhand. So she's getting confused a little bit sometimes, and now that she went in the wrong direction. But this is all about coordination, starting to get used to the rhythm, to the motions. And here with one hand, and she throws like that. Okay, she can also open the arms if she wants, which will be helpful afterwards. And little by little up, more running, catching, getting the body in the right position, catch it, turn and throw. Voila. This is something you should do every class. If they have a one-handed backhand, once the moment they choose for the one-handed backhand, you make them throw with one hand. Once they choose with two, well, you don't need to throw no more with one hand, because the slice motion is an other motion. So here we go again, and we start with the forehand. Just the touch, but we start with the racket in the back, what we didn't do before, but now we start in the back, and already the racket in the normal spot. So now she just have to turn and touch the ball, and then from there afterwards we will go touch and finish, turn and touch. Voila, just turn the racket against the ball. Voila. Take your time, I'm asking here, turn against the ball, watch how slow the ball is, you have plenty of time at this speed. So now she will be turn and finish, and this should be fluent, no interruption, just this continuous movement, touch and finish. And we will see sometimes that the wrist is moving too much or too early, and that ball will go to the left. So she needs to find it a little more, and then she touches it, she feels the ball, and then she finishes. Turn, touch, and then the finish. Find it, feel it, finish. She finds it from that position. She needs to feel the contact, and then she finishes. So now we will go and find the ball. So we will use the left arm with the racket back, so that body will come in a better position now. She needs to use the left arm to find a little bit better the distance. So from now on with the left arm, turn, touch, finish, Yeah, find it, try to get the distance. So here she was a little bit too close. So if this happens too much, I have to explain that the ball needs to be a little more on the right side. Yep, but so far so good. And now with the finish. So voila, here we go. So here I explain again that she needs a little more distance from the ball. She needs to keep the ball a little bit more on the right side. And yep, even here you can see she goes. It has nothing to do with the position. She plays a lot of times in that open position, which I like very much. Again, this is open, especially if you learn to work in a normal position, and again, open position, which also you see with the professionals. They play like 75-80% their forehands in open position. When the ball is more in the center, they can get more the straight position. Yep. And now from here we will go with both hands. So we will, from the ready position, we will turn, and on the bounce we will start to turn so that we get more that C action like we had in the throw. So now she has to make that bounce and turn, making that C that I'm making here. So the bounce, and from there she will turn with the speed of the ball normally. So bounce and turn, touch and finish. And now we will have actually the complete stroke. Yeah? So she will find the ball, she will find first the ball, the distance with the hand, then on the bounce she will start to turn, then she will touch the ball, and she will finish the 5 points of BMT. Hands, bounce, turn, touch, finish. Bounce and turn, touch and finish. So now she has to find a little bit the speed of the ball, the turn, but the racket for to being good is not enough on the side. She should turn a little bit more, and that will make things more easier. So getting the hands in the right place. Her body is turned more than her hands, so she should have the hands a little bit more on her side. And now she's more on the side. Yep, and you will see that this will make it easier. And from there on, once we go having that rhythm, we will go and start to run, find the ball, yeah, finding the bounce, and from there on, yep, the turn, the rhythm, yeah, is the turn. If the ball goes fast, the turn will also be faster. If the ball is slow, the turn will also be slower. With faster balls, also it will get a little shorter the swing. It will need a full complete turn. It will be closer, shorter, I mean, yeah. You will also turn it more out of the hand once you get a better feeling of that. So, but yeah, now we have that full stroke, and it's practice. Yeah, bounce and turn, touch and finish. Yeah, learn to run behind your hands, like I'm explaining again here. The better you go behind your hands, the better your body will in a good position. So normally the hands, yeah, most of the time stay in front of you unless you start to make the C. But until then, yeah, get your hands in front of you. Yeah, follow your hands to get a good body position as well in height as in distance. There she didn't turn enough to be really good. Bounce and turn. Yep. And as you can see, we start to have some rhythm here. So it's okay. It's only the third class, and we have already the full forehand. Yep. And next class we will probably repeat this and starting to play, but with softer balls, and little by little then you go to the harder balls. So we play with red, orange, the green dot, and then the normal balls. So to finish here, yeah, we will make her run in the 3 directions: forwards, sideways, backwards, go, bounce and turn. So she has to turn already on the run, yeah, bounce and turn, yeah, and again she ends in that open position, bounce and turn. Okay, you can see the 2-step theory is called 1-2, yeah, and she can play 1-2, and then she can play. So turn open is not 1. So here we are already in the back end. And we started with this, with the racket in the back and just lifting up the arm, push the ball over the net, like here, just go forward, up. She doesn't have to finish first, but she needs to have that firmer wrist. She needs to keep that thumb more behind the racket, so to be sure that she get that feeling of having the right grip. And from there, she moves out of the arm. It's just lifting the arm, turn the racket against the ball, lift the arm, and from there we will start to finish, getting that hand on the right side, so turning the term from left to right. But here it is just push the ball over the net, lifting the ball out of the arm. We didn't have that much time left for the backhand, so this video will be short. We will have here, the steps. Now she has to open, touch and open and finish. Open the hand, on your right side is what I ask most of the time. So you touch and you open your hand on the right side. Voila. So once we have done this, and because it's also the second class of the backhand, and this class we started with the normal racket before we had the racket in the heart, and now she will have to learn to make that, let's say, the C, that little turn, of the left arm to get more swing. And once we have that, you will see that also here it's for her in the beginning, it will be bounce and turn, bounce and turn. Once we have more the movement, that turn motion will change a little bit. It will start a little bit later. And now it's just still push and finish, and on the run, So always the same steps from the quiet position, then learn to find it, then the 3 directions and finding the rhythm. So now it's the time to start and make the turn, the complete stroke. So here I'm explaining the bounce and the turn, touch and finish, and she can open the arms if this will help to get a better motion. Up and there we go. Bounce and turn. See, there she went first forwards. She should go. That's what I'm explaining here. She should start and make that circle already from beside her. She doesn't have to go to the front first and then go back to open. It's not like your hands are more in front in the forehand, they are more in the back in the backhand. But we did this a few more minutes, and it was already time. So this was the 3rd class. I see you in class number 4. Thank you for watching.